Hey guys, it's Chris. I've got another special edition of Daily Devotionals with you, and today I've got a special guest. This is my daughter Isabel.
Hello.
Izzy, you're currently being homeschooled, aren't you? How's that going?
A bit hard, but and different.
Yeah, it's not easy having someone like your dad teaching you, because when you see
It's
how
technically mummy teaching us, but
well, that wasn't in the script, but that's how we're going to start this, is it? Okay.
either way.
But we've been learning lots of different things, haven't we? So you've been doing some PE with Joe Wicks in the morning, some science with Maddie.
Yeah.
You've got your own packs and stuff that you've been doing. Your prepositions, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember half these words. But it's been weird and hard at the same time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Not being able to see your friends. Anyway, so today we are going to be looking at when life goes wrong. So many of you guys, you might remember Mike and Andy from Soul Survivor. So they wrote a book called Lifelines, and in there there's a heading with that title. And I thought it was just really good to share it with you guys today. And it's specifically looking at the life of Joseph. Now, Joseph, whereabouts is he in the Bible? Is
He's in Genesis, right at the start, in
Yeah.
the Old
in
Testament.
the Old Testament. Did you guys know that? Because my 10-year-old did. That's mummy teaching her. But Joseph, he has a story where there are loads of ups and downs, and ultimately God is with him through the whole time. But before we do that, Izzy's going to read a verse from Romans 8:28, which is in what the Old or New Testament is.
It's in the New Testament.
New Testament.
It's near the back of the book.
Near the back, yeah. And because that's how we teach our young people, because you and Cara behind the camera, you love the young people, don't you?
No.
No.
Why not?
Speaking of which, let's see. Ollie, he's very, 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 I could go on for a million years, very loud.
He's very loud, yeah, when he comes in on a Monday. But we do miss you and love you guys. My children are just getting their opportunity to get their own back in front of dozens of viewers. That is, please read Matthew. No, not Matthew. Romans 8:28.
And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love and are called according to his purpose for them.
Yeah. So God had a plan for Joseph. God had a calling on his life, and even though it went through ups and downs, even though it was hard, and it started with Joseph having those dreams, and about how he was this pampered teenager, and maybe you can sympathise or empathise with that and understand the fact he had so much. He was his parents' favourite, and that ultimately that made his brothers, really jealous. And because siblings squabble, don't they? But Izzy, what the brothers did to Joseph, throwing him in a pit. Have you ever thought about doing that to Cara?
Not really.
No.
Not many pits around here.
Not many pits. If there were pits, though, you wouldn't do it, would you?
No.
No, we wouldn't. We'll stop there.
Yeah,
And
good
I'm
idea.
sure Cara wouldn't want to be doing that to you as well. But actually, how he found himself in this pit, and then he found himself in as a slave in the house of Potiphar. And then ultimately, he worked his way up to the top, and then he got shot back down when Potiphar's wife made an accusation against him. And then he found himself in jail, and then the dreams, and then he found himself as number 2 to Pharaoh in the country, and was able then to bring his family to safety through the famine and the drought. And how through all of that, God was with him. The fact that he was a pampered teenager, hit rock bottom, but then he was risen up, and actually he was ultimately so influential in what happened with God's people at that time. And the question is, so often when things go bad, our first question is, where is God? How can God be real? Why doesn't this happen? But it's for us knowing these 3 simple things, is that God is close in the darkness. God is in control. And maybe that doesn't feel like it. We're living in this environment where this is the new norm now. We don't know how long it's going to last for. But ultimately knowing the fact that even though God hasn't caused this, he's there. He's here with us in this. And that ultimately there is no pit that is too dark. So maybe you're hitting week 2 and you're feeling a bit of cabin fever. You're feeling a little bit low, a bit isolated. Reach out to other people. And also for everyone just to be, if you're feeling in a good place, reach out to those as well. Because people might be struggling around you, and knowing the fact that God wants to bring us out of this pit, and that ultimately it's going to be good. And I'm really hopeful that there's going to be some really great stuff coming out of our society. So Iz, have you got any last words for the guys?
Even though we we don't think God's there, He is.
He is there, and that's from a 10-year-old. Okay, right. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.